Wait till a few people get up in here first before we start this. I might have to turn this down if that's too loud in the background. But for the people that's gonna come up in here, I gotta start off by saying the reason why I'm starting a new channel. You know, there's a lot of stuff that be going on behind the scenes as far as the blogging war and just with YouTube and all that stuff. So we rebranding this channel. It's gonna be similar content, more interview based. But when I do interviews, the interview's gonna come up here on this channel first before going to DocHicksTV. Like I said, within the first 30 to 60 days, after that amount of time, I'm gonna end up doing everything over here. So if you really support, you know, my blogging and stuff, you might as well just subscribe over here. And we're gonna do this one first. We're gonna do everything over here first in the next 30 to 60 days. I seen a ton of people that was asking me questions about, hold on, let me go back and put this up where I can see y'all questions that y'all put up. Hold on for a second, let me switch that. One second, let me switch it. There we go. Alright, bet. Now, people was asking me about the Yo Gotti situation with that interview, and I said, like, people be having to really pay attention to what I'm saying. I know a lot of people that subscribe to that channel can read between the lines and see what's up. But, you know, I ain't gonna just straight up try to incriminate nobody. I've seen a lot of different people saying that the Breakfast Club didn't ask him no tough questions. I'm like, what other questions can you ask, old boy? You sat up there for damn near 45 minutes talking about a whole nother artist. Now I know people are concerned about this situation because it has got out of control, but like I said in the other video, it's the same thing with Jeezy and Gucci Man. Once certain situations that happen, it ain't no returning from that. Someone can't, not saying Yo Gotti, but maybe a scuffle, a fight or something like that, yeah, you might be able to shake hands with a person and say we're gonna put bygones be bygones. But once certain things have passed by, it ain't no way in hell that you and this person ever be cool. I think Gotti being smart, what he supposed to come up there and say when people asking him these questions? Everybody like, oh, Gotti lying, he bullshitting, he fronting. What do you think he gonna go on a nationally syndicated radio station and say? When you know damn well this is damn near his first interview since all this shit been happening. What he gonna say? Yeah, I got a problem with dude. Yeah, I got a truck shot up 100 times. Yeah, this and that. No. It's like, I understand people got to use common sense and read between the lines, body language, gestures, and everything of what people are saying and not saying. But the whole thing about it is, like, my opinion about that whole situation, regardless, it ain't even about who right and wrong no more. It's about once it get to a certain level, it's gonna be, you gonna be on offense or defense. You can't keep being the victim but keep talking shit. I was always raised the loudest person in the room is the weakest person in the room. So it damn near seemed like the loudest person is the weakest person because they constantly getting hit. And it ain't no diss towards him, his movement, his fan base or nothing. But it's like, either you gonna make a move to stop this problem or you're gonna have to gracefully bow out, because other than that, you being selfish to put yourself in a situation to get taken from your kids over ego. Regardless if it's over not doing a feature in time, regardless if it's over if you had sex with someone, baby mama, all that shit at this particular point now don't matter. And you can see with the very first song that came out, you know, tell people you love them. Maybe some of this shit is starting to sink in and he just realizing like, hey, fuck it, I'm going to accept the fact that I might not be around this motherfucker too long, regardless of whoever is sending this situation at me. You know, whatever karma, whatever energy in the air that's coming at him, that's constantly putting him in these situations, God only give you so many warnings before he actually take you up out of here. So you better be tucking money, putting investments up, doing things for family and people around you if the cash cow gonna get taken out. But to me, at some point in time, it's like either you gonna make you a move and try to eliminate the situation, sit down and squash the beef, or you just need to move on to the next thing if you're gonna constantly become the victim. It goes back to when people say people respect the shooter, people respect the person that gets shot, but they don't respect the shooter. It's like, but people looking at it like Gotti is hating on dude or something like that. I don't really believe that was the situation, especially they have both equally have said, Gotti at the very beginning, even Dolph have said, you know, Gotti at the beginning tried to reach out to him, tried to sign. I guess since he didn't want to sign, that's why I say interpretation is everything. You never know how people gonna interpret what you say when you trying to do business with people and you dealing with ego and money and all that stuff. You don't know what people gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So the shit might have been taken wrong from the very beginning, and then it can be a marketing employee to talk about another person. I do want to throw out there for people that's going to see this video, if y'all up on the Bay, you know, Lavish D, me and Lavish D locked in where we got an interview that's gonna come up. I be wanting to see some of y'all, give y'all suggestions on the interviews that y'all want to see me do. Because this channel, for real, from this point on, me and a few other people that's working together, teaming together behind the scenes, like, we really about to go hard to make a staple as far as curating a brand, not just for ourselves individually, for the like-minded individuals and the viewers that's a part of this situation. Because there's a lot of different things, a lot of conversations, a couple little trips people that made, you know, to put some stuff together. And it ain't just necessarily gonna be on the trendy stuff of giving artists a chance. The email always been in the music. I have to go through a vetting process of what I feel is quality music for artists that want to spend their money for promotion, you know, on this channel or the old, you know, the old channel, the DocHicksTV, which I'm still gonna be doing that, period. But it's a lot of stuff that's gonna be going on. It's a lot of stuff that's gonna be going on. But me and Lavish D gonna sit down and we gonna have an interview. And you know, it's sticky when you dealing with motherfuckers that's really from that turf, really from that soil. It's kind of crazy because I know as the viewer, they like, we want hard questions. But it's like, what type of position do you put the artist in? You put them in a position to say some shit that can get them locked up or fucked up, when in return, when they get off the phone, which I know to the viewer, they might not care. Oh, we don't care if this person get killed, this and that. That ain't good for business if your interview or something is what caused the gang war, or your video didn't cause the gang war or violence or someone to get shot. That ain't a good look. You know, that ain't a good thing to put around your brand, for real, especially when you're trying to take it to another level. Everybody got their own type of vision of the crowd or demographic that they want to reach, but going to a certain level, that ain't really where it's at. I seen people was tripping on that Rell interview too. Like I said, one of my homeboys hit me up. Like I said, it's for me to ask the questions. It ain't up to me to believe or not believe the person or what they saying. My thing is, hey, hopefully everybody, when they do their interview, they utilize that time to plug whatever situation, their music or something that's going to financially benefit them, and hopefully they got whatever they're going to say for the viewers. Now, if the viewers don't believe it, hey, it's nothing that you can do after that situation. It ain't shit you can do after that. He say he got knocked out by the wall. I don't believe the wall knocked him out. Of course, some type of situation happened where he probably got snuck. But you know, when we live in a day and time where a lot of people really don't want to admit to taking loss, where we growing up in a different era right now, where you do have some people that will prefer to just hear the truth and respect you more and still support your movement than thinking that you're untouchable. Because with social media, it brings people directly connected to you where they want to feel some relatability, where they don't feel like you untouchable because they know they untouchable. So when you come off a little bit too tough, not saying Rell, just period, sometimes that causes a disconnect between the fans nowadays, especially if they're not hardcore ride or die fans, they just casual fans. But shit crazy. They done broke this game so crazy. Almost every other week you gotta change what jump shot you shooting with. But one thing I will, someone give a shout out to Crispy Chris TV, shout out to 730 Radio, shout out to D Blake. There's a couple other individuals that be, you know, behind the scenes, working, grinding, doing their thing. dude named Straight Facts TV, dude starting his blogging thing. Like, I ain't never been no hater. You know, I get people every day, all day, emailing me, DMing me, saying I inspired them to blog or they want to blog. I can't respond to everybody, but I do try to help certain people because I don't look at this as no competition. And that's a part of the reason why I rebranded, starting a fresh channel, and still gonna work off the other one, because there's too much hate behind the scenes. You got too many sensitive ass people that this YouTube allowed them to have voice, and that shit it's bullshit for real. Dudes is just really act like women, and I ain't even saying like women are weak. This niggas is just sensitive as fuck. You know what I mean? You don't respond to a person text message in 10 minutes, they get upset. You know, if you don't do this and that, you know, motherfuckers is just sensitive as fuck. You know what I mean? When people busy and got shit to do in their life, that's what happens. But we will gonna get this game going. But make sure y'all subscribe. I'm gonna go back and put all my interviews. I think it's like 12, 13, maybe even 15 of them. I'm gonna slowly upload them, at least one a day, and then periodically put different blogs on here. And then I'm gonna have where some of the emails that I get of different stories that people want me to cover at DocHicksTvInfo at yahoo.com, different stories that people send me. I'm gonna use those, and I'm gonna go ahead and start going through those and do stories off those as well. So make sure y'all tap in, hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell. Like from day one, we gotta go ahead and hit the notification bell and do that. But holla at your boy, this DOC.